Okay, welcome to the Doing It With Purpose podcast, where I am your host, Cornelius T. Summers, a.k.a. Little Cuddy, and of course we got the co-host, Greg Peterson, a.k.a. the D. And we are, I can't say we live, but we're going to show you this at a later date, but we're sitting out here at the Batesburg-Leesville High School Football Homecoming 2024. Batesburg-Leesville taking on ALA, and man, gee.
First annual cook-off, man.
The first annual tailgate party prior to the game, man. We got the festivities going on, G. And man, it almost feel like a college
it do, man. It do.
Type
it do,
setup,
man. They out here.
And,
hey, I gotta give a shout out though, man. The Class 87. Class 87 been out here for a minute. Hey, they doing it, man.
Hey,
they doing it over there.
If you look around, you just see all the different things, man. Everybody color coordinated. The purple and gold.
Yeah, they
put a lot of time and effort into it, man. And they brought some alumni back. And
I gotta go with 85 though.
Hey, nah.
I gotta go with 85.
Doing it with purpose, man.
Gotta go with 85.
But
we doing it. We out here.
We're gonna sit here and talk to a few people, catch a few things. We got a few picks because hey, it's region week going on right now. You know, tonight I think Saluta's taking on 96 in 96. Strong Thurman taking on Pillion. I'm not for sure if that's in Thurman or if that's in Pillion. And Batesburg taking on ALA. So out of Region 2, if I'm not mistaken. Hey, we're going to make our picks for the day, man. And in the meantime, between time, stay tuned. Keep watching this podcast.
Keep watching the podcast.
This ain't the one you want to flip through. We're going to have some exclusive stuff that we put on this one. We got some people.
Hey, I see exclusive. A person over here, man. We got an NFL former player over here, man.
Yeah, we get ready to have him sit down
alumni.
with us.
He gonna sit down with us.
Sit down with us,
talk
man.
for a minute, man.
And so we're gonna step away, but we're gonna come back. Hey, call us Kirk Herb Street. Call us Nick Saban. Lee Corso. Hey, we're doing it all today, man.
We doing it out here, man.
Doing it with purpose podcast.
Hey, doing it with purpose and passion.
And we're gonna sit down and talk with Coach Gambrell, the athletic director, Coach Lawson, the head coach, and just talk about a few things here in just a second. In the meantime, between time, stay positive, on
Chris?
purpose, with passion.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and we're back with Doing It With Purpose podcast. As we mentioned earlier, we were going to get Coach Gambrell, Coach Lawson, and we were fortunate enough to catch Coach Gambrell in enough time because he's busy out here today.
Oh, yeah, they got him running around.
Tailgate coach. You put this together.
Yeah.
You approved it. Tell us a little bit about it.
So I guess it was 2 years ago we went to Chester, and it was their homecoming, and we kind of wanted to emulate some of the things they did. They had Decades Night, and it was in an open field at the top of their field. And I just thought it was unique. You know, Chester's got a decent little program going on, nothing like we got here at Batesburg-Leesville. So I was like, if they can do it, we definitely can do it.
This right here is crazy.
And then the second part of that is, you know, with all our new facilities, we wanted to do it the week we didn't have students so we could tour the whole campus and see everything, and also try to get more people back. You know, God's great. Things happen for a reason. So man, we got
God's plan.
Homecoming.
God's plan.
And even a better crowd, I think.
Yeah,
so that's awesome.
I'm telling you, Coach. So Coach Gambrell isn't necessarily my classmate. I was a freshman when you were a senior, when y'all won the state championship in 95 with class of 96. And they bullied me around, but nonetheless, to see you back at your alma mater, coached a little bit. You've been on the road to a few other places, but to be back here as the athletic director, it's just amazing. What is that like? Not many people get that opportunity.
No, not at all. I pinch myself daily every time I wake up to come to work. Y'all missed earlier. Reese goes in there and delivers a speech. And
my goodness,
man, I'm crying over on the side. And he's like, man, I almost came to tears. I was like, Reese, I had to walk away, man. I was crying. And it's just one of those things that, you know, I was fortunate coming up, you know, lived in Clemson, so I saw that football. Daniel High School, we moved to Woodruff. I saw Willie Varner and what he had in his program. And then we came here to Batesburg-Leesville under Coach Strickland, and it's been unbelievable early in my career with Jerry Brown. So seeing it, I know we can do it here. And I feel it's back. I mean,
and you're doing it. You're doing it too, Coach. Yeah, you're doing it.
It's back.
It's one of those things where we want to give and you know, I'm probably get a little emotional, but the day I got the job as AD, I didn't feel right the way it happened, but I got the job and I was so ecstatic. I remember going home that night and telling my youngest son, I said, I looked in his eyes, I said, I promise you, if you give me all you got, I will make this the best program anybody over there.
Hey, you're up there.
I'm still trying to do that today. We got some stuff we still got to do, but
and you
it's
can't
amazing.
beat that. And so what we want to do, Coach, right now, even in the midst of shooting this
we're going to bring Coach Lawson in.
We're going to bring Coach Lawson in.
Yeah.
We're going to bring him in.
Hold up. Hey, just stay like this. Come on, Coach. We ready?
Coach, we ready for you.
Yeah.
We ready for you.
Yeah. The other side over there, Coach.
You gonna sit right over here, Coach?
Yeah.
Did you see Leah when she came up here?
No, I didn't see her.
Did you see Leah when she came up here?
There you go, Coach.
My daughter.
No.
If you just put those on.
Have a seat right
Paused
there.
it. Oh, we still live. Okay, doing it with Purpose podcast. Back with Coach Gambrell. Coach Gambrell was enlightening us on some commitments he made when he first got the AD job. Tremendous, phenomenal facilities here. I mean, everything from weight room to new football field, tennis courts. Man, I haven't even been in the new gym yet.
Yeah.
Excited about going in there. And Coach, if you wanted to just finish where you left off, just with the commitment as the AD to making this program the best it could possibly be.
Right. So, like I said, I made that statement to my son and letting him know, and he's doing his part, so I'm proud about that. And then, fast forward, getting Dr. Atkinson as our superintendent. I mean, that's been the game changer, to be honest. The bond that was passed by our community.
Yes, sir.
It's interesting it happened the way it did, because if we would have got the first bond passed, we wouldn't have had the facilities we have.
Wow.
It would have been torn down. Everything would have been torn down, and we'd have started from scratch.
Yes, sir.
So we would have lost a lot of this in the way it's set up. So, like I said earlier, everything happens for a purpose.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And the way it's been set up has been awesome. Superintendent, our school board supports everything we ask. Having a principal, also having assistant superintendents. There is not anyone that if you propose something or suggest it that's not running with it.
Oh, yes, sir.
That great example is this little thing right here.
Yeah, exactly.
We present, college game day type atmosphere, and they're like,
and that's what it is today.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I can only imagine. And go ahead, Greg.
Yeah.
You had
I was
something?
going to say, not to mention, you was talking about bringing up all the people that, just make this program what it is. And we got, like I say, the new gym and everything you proposed was just great, and they accepted everything, whatever. And we also had to get in the right coach to make this thing work like
That's
it's
what I was
working,
gonna say.
whatever. Yeah.
So, and Coach Lawson,
Oh, yeah.
I'm big in my faith, but he is definitely God sent. He was coming here no matter what.
God's plan.
So
God's plan.
It's weird how things happen. Actually, first time I heard Coach Lawson was interested in coming to Batesburg-Leesville, I was talking to our district nurse, of all people, Lisa Price, and her son Chip played when I coached here. She was talking, met him down in Ocean Lakes, and he knows our history. But I'll tell you right now, guys, Greg Lawson was the biggest name in South Carolina in the mid-2000s, coming out of Gaffney and Union. He's got 10 state championships.
It's showing right
that's
now.
Unreal.
It's showing.
Yeah, it's showing right now.
It's one of those things that, we went and hired Coach Cathcart, and that didn't work out. But
God's plan.
Yeah. It opened up so many more doors.
Yeah.
Coach Lawson becoming the head coach, boom. And I'll never forget his quote, Dr. Axon. We was in Miss Bryant's office. Dr. Axon goes, Coach, we'd like to give you the opportunity to be the head coach at Batesburg-Leesville. And he was literally coming here with his wife to visit because he knew he had a business position.
Yes, sir.
And he looked at Dr. Axon and said, well, I promise you I'm not going to turn it down. I can tell you that right now. So it's one of those things. And a lot of people trust in the process. He knew exactly what he was stepping into at Batesburg-Leesville.
The tradition.
Yep. And he knew the expectation. He's been there before with Union and Gaffney. He's built that at Hemingway. He was able to build that at other places. So it's great to be able to have him come in. And he brought coaches with him. So Coach Smallin being on staff, 50-something years of experience.
Exactly.
And then we got young ones as well. Coach Prince with our strength and conditioning is, that's unmatched. To be able to have the facilities and then a Hall of Fame strength coach to match it.
Yeah.
Little things like that. And then bringing on new staff, Tylasia West coming on to help with strength and conditioning.
Yes, sir.
Our athletic trainers. I mean, you name it, we're getting it. Or if we don't have it already, we're trying to get it. So those are things that.
So Coach Lawson, you hear all these great things about your history, your past, your resume, and you see all of this. You have a big play in it as well. What does all this kind of do for you? I mean, granted, we're not playing Salute or Thurman tonight, and I understand that. And no disrespect to ALA, upcoming program, first year having a varsity program. And it's not a night off, but you get to actually kind of coach a little differently, I assume, but with the same aspect. Can you tell us about just everything? We've interviewed you, but I know some things going through your mind at this moment.
Well, I mean, it's a great opportunity for a lot of our kids to play.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Coach Gambrell and I worked so good together. Like you said, it was a great opportunity for me when I came here. And it's funny because he said just what he said. My wife and I were coming here just to visit.
Yes, sir.
And so we came in, and I had planned to come anyway. I was coming because I wanted to come to Batesburg.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And I was going to be Coach Cathcart.
Yeah.
Keep
sir.
going, good. Coach Cathcart's offensive coordinator. And so he called me one morning and said he was going to have to resign. He had some problems that he couldn't overcome, and so he had to resign. And I just remember getting a phone call from him and him telling me that. And I called Miss Bryant, who was then the principal.
Yes, sir.
And she answered the phone, and she said, "You're not calling me to tell me you're not coming?" No, I said, "No, I'm just calling to see if I still got a job." And
Yes,
so she said, "You got a job." She said, "Don't you go nowhere." I said, "I'm not going anywhere." And so when we came to visit, Coach Gambrell and them were there, and when, like he said, it's God's plan for
God's
me to be
plan.
here.
Yes, sir.
God's plan.
Yes.
Everywhere I've been, it's been, God's grace, and I'm telling you, I have been blessed.
Oh, yes,
Anybody that's been a part of 10 state championship has been
Yeah.
blessed.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Because
sir.
anybody
Yes, sir.
knows, and Eric knows,
Yeah.
he knows what it takes to get
Yes.
to a state championship
Yes.
as a player. He knows what it takes to get as a coach.
Yes, sir.
It doesn't happen that many times in a
Yeah.
coach's life.
No.
There are coaches out here that's been coaching like Coach Mullen for 50 years that's never got
Yeah.
there are plenty
Yeah.
of coaches out there that are great coaches that never had the opportunity to win a state championship. So, like I said, I know I have been blessed. And when the opportunity knocked for me to, have the opportunity to be the head coach here, it's like you said, there was no way I was turning that down, because this is, from what you see here, it's a football town.
Yes.
community.
Yes.
And I tell people all the time, like we talked before on the podcast, this is Friday Night Lights.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
There's not many left in South Carolina.
Not like this.
Not
sir.
like this.
Yeah.
No.
Yes,
Back when I coached at Union and I played at Union, it was like this. People were, every night on Friday, that's where people were at. Well, that's the same thing that happens here in Batesburg.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
And so, there's not many places, and even Union now, it's not like that.
Yeah.
There's towns now that you got so many schools, and you don't have that close-knit community like it's here, where people support you no matter what.
Yeah.
And so,
And you throw in the factor that some kids are leaving their small towns and going to play for, teams or schools that they think are going to give them a better opportunity. But you have the commitment and the loyalty of this small town community. And if any have left, that was their choice. But the ones that have stayed are meant to be here.
Yeah.
that's right.
And it's God's plan that pretty much everything just work out like how God wants it to work out or whatever. Because years ago we were not playing our best football, and the stands wasn't full on Friday night, and now we're coming back to being the old Batesburg-Leesville, like everybody remember or whatever. Because I was gonna say, you say you was coming to visit, Coach, so you was just coming to Sheely's, or you was just?
No, I was just coming to to visit the school and see the school and
see what it was all about. I know you had heard about it, and you remember Batesburg-Leesville, as we talked about before, whatever, man. But when you seen all this right here, and then Coach Gambrell laid out this blueprint about what was about to happen. You put your spin on it, and voila, this way we at right now.
Well, and like he said, it's not just one person or two people.
Yeah.
We've been very fortunate, and I've told people we had what is it that comes around and does the evaluation where you Palmetto's finest.
Yes, sir.
And I was in the classroom, and one of the administrators come around and they were interviewing us. And the lady that was coming around, she asked me, she said, you've been a lot of places. And she said, and I have. I've been at Union, I've been at Gaffney, I've been at Lawrence, I've been to Anderson 1, I've been to Horry County, and I've been in Henry. And she asked me, she said, what makes this place a Palmetto's finest?
Yeah.
And I told her, I looked her straight in the eye, and I said, this is my 31st, at the time it was my 31st year. I said, this is the best place I have ever taught or coached since my career started.
Wow.
Hands down.
Be a Panther.
Huge statement.
Yeah.
Because of that, it's not because it's the people, it's the community, it's the people that you work with, the people you work for. And like Coach Gambrell said, there is no better support than what we have had from the district office. None.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Atkinson told me in a conversation one time, he wanted the very best for our kids. He didn't want the second best.
Yeah.
He didn't want what he could get.
Yeah.
He wanted the best.
Yeah.
And so he told me one day before all this got built, he said, I want to be people to walk into that stadium, and as they walk in that stadium, look up that weight room and that facility, and I'll go, wow.
Yeah.
And that's
what
exactly
that's
exactly what he's doing.
I've been seeing it all day today. They've been wild.
I mean, you got to give him big props, and then, like you said, our school board for allowing us to do that. I mean, so we've had huge support, and we talked about it in the podcast about having support from the administration.
Mm-hmm.
We have had it.
Yeah.
There's no better place to work right now than Batesburg-Leesville.
Oh, yeah.
I think Coach Gambrell can.
And I agree.
You just stole Lamont's quote earlier. One of our rec league coaches just told me earlier, Coach, ain't no better place than what? I said, you got it, Batesburg.
Yeah, right here. And this
Leesville.
community just, seem like it just comes back together, and it makes it even more outstanding.
And I'll say this too, going, the pride, y'all from here, so y'all get it. So the pride, I can remember going into my college locker room, and people were like, where are you from? And I would say Batesburg-Leesville very confidently, and they don't have a clue. They're not from South Carolina and stuff. So they're like, what is that? I said, it's a tiny little town, and they start, laughing. I said, line them up.
Yeah.
We play them.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and it's one of those things, and I'll piggyback off of what Coach Lawson said earlier. We always meet with our students at the beginning of the year, and part of my job as an assistant principal. Always, and I stole this from somebody else, I don't know who it was, but do you think this is the best high school in South Carolina? Raise your hand if you do.
Yeah.
And some of the kids do, some of them don't.
Yeah.
And the ones that don't, I look at them and said, you're the problem.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're not thinking that we have the best, because the students will make it.
Yeah.
We're just here as facilitators. Yeah. But and it's not just football. I mean, football is great here, but we're bringing up our other sports as well, and we're getting the best coaches we can possibly get. Our arts, if you've seen the art wing, band, chorus, theater. We have a theater class now. They're doing a performance Thursday night next week. Free plug. Come watch that. It's unreal.
Exactly.
Our choral program, our JROTC, I mean, you name it. That innovation wing, unbelievable. The best stuff we could possibly offer our kids is what we have to offer, and it's just one of those things where, you said it earlier, you alluded to it, others make the decision, go somewhere else. That's just poor adults' decision. Exactly. I'll say it, it is what it is. But it's one of those things that, you make this program the very best. I'm passionate about public school, and the reason I love public school is because I want my kids to experience what everybody else's kids. You can take them out and put them in private school, but that doesn't help them. It doesn't help the next kid beside them. So we are doing this for everyone, not just, our football guys, which is great, but also our volleyball team went last night 5 matches against Saluda, and it was good to see that win. We haven't been to the playoffs in 2 years, and now we're looking at a third seed, possibly with a second seed. And we got a tough region.
Yes, sir.
The mindset is changing, which is great. It's getting back to that. Batesburg-Leesville. I had a parent tell me the other day, I'm not going to name the school, but we were playing a school. He's like, these kids don't know. We don't lose to, and he said the name of the school. I was like, you're right. They don't know that.
Exactly.
They don't know
we're not used to that, man.
I'll publicly say this. My son got in some trouble last year and needed some more discipline. And I'm one of those parents where I graduated class of 99 from Batesburg-Leesville, and my son now, he does attend ALA. But it was the discipline aspect. And I, sometimes as a parent, we didn't go chasing a particular sport, but it was me being militant-minded. I needed some more discipline, or him and I were not gonna make it. And so it's been talks all this week, all last week. Dad, I want to go back. I want to go back.
He missed it.
He missed it. Yeah, he's fully an ALA student, but he's dressed in purple and gold today because that's what his heart bleeds. And I, it was a hard decision, but I have a wife. I don't make decisions by myself.
She's the boss lady.
She graduated from Saluda, and we knew we definitely weren't taking him back to Saluda. But I got a feeling he's going to be back. I got a feeling he's going to be back, and it has nothing to do with what's not going on here. Like you said, Coach, this is the best place to be right now.
Yes, sir.
I turned out. Oh, okay. I'm not great. Greg, well.
I turned out great.
This is the better Greg here. But no, I do want to say this. AD, coach, head coach, you all are doing it with purpose. And we know you got to get back to the festivities, prepare for a game tonight. But it's something that we wanted to do for you all because you're doing it with purpose. You're doing it with passion. That's our motto. And so I'm going to take this headset off and present something to you all right quick.
Because we was like, he just said about the purple and gold, being in the purple and gold. So we wanted to provide y'all with, I know y'all got plenty of purple and gold, but y'all don't have to do it with passion, purple and gold.
We want to show this for doing it with purpose.
It's awesome.
Being there. And so that's for you.
Awesome.
Coach Gambrell. This is for you, Coach Lawson.
Thank you.
We appreciate everything y'all doing.
Well,
we appreciate everything y'all doing.
2024.
I want to tell y'all too, you know, I'm 45 years old, and I wake up on Saturday morning waiting to see you doing it with a purpose podcast. And I'm not joking. What y'all put together, and the twins as well. What y'all put together. I'm 45 and I'm giddy. I couldn't imagine being a 16-year-old kid playing football on that field and trying
and being able to watch this.
So being able to see this.
Tell them the McDonald's story. Tell them the McDonald's story.
I went to McDonald's the other night, Coach. I went to McDonald's the other night. Shouldn't have been doing it, but my wife had got her something to eat. She said, grab CJ something to eat. I go through the drive-through window. Jacob, I think you pronounce his name, Gideon? Johnny? He's at the first window, Colorado, and I cut his hair, so I'm like, hey, how you doing, man? He's like, good. I get to the second window, and there's a Hispanic kid, and I don't know his name, and the first thing he says to me is, are you the guy from the podcast? And I said, yeah, I am. He said, well, I just want to say thank you for putting me on the podcast. And I said, what do you mean? He said, I'm number 21. I don't get to play much, but I was running the ball. I saw my face on the podcast, and I just want to thank you. I think it might have been the Calhoun County game. It was one of the last 2 plays of the game. And I said, you know what?
Yeah, that's Angel.
Yeah, Angel. That's Angel.
Yeah.
So he got to run the ball, and he was just excited.
Yeah.
He was just excited.
Yeah.
And I just think back to, I was in the band. I didn't wear the purple and gold on the football field, but I was in the band. But I remember Sherman Scott coming to the sideline. It'd be 3rd down and 6, and he'd point to Rashad Wise and say, hey, play the horse. We played the horse, and that was a touchdown. Yeah. That was just it. So I have that passion for this community. Left the military, moved back, and my wife was like, move to Saluda, move to Batesburg. Of course, I'm a Panther, died Panther. And I just want to thank you guys for giving us this opportunity to take what you all are doing and making your jobs easier by sharing what's going on. I mean, social media is a huge platform, and I'll tell you right now, Jay Clark, Coach, I don't know if his help is going to fit, but he made our podcast go viral. That punt return, Coach, and you know how hard this is. It's at like almost 15K views.
That's awesome.
I mean, 15K views. We're small time. We try to get 300 or 400 views. I went to sleep one night. It was at 6,000 views. I was like, okay, Jay Clark. We did a little snippet on something we did in our home area of Sand Hill one day, and it got to 10K views, and we thought we were doing something. And I woke up the other day, and Greg's son Cameron calls me and says, hey, you see Jay Clark is at 14,000 views? I was like, no way. I look at it. It's still trending. So if you want to be a Panther, hey, just move to Batesburg-Leesville.
The best feeling as a coach, and he'll back this up, it's great to win a state championship. It's great. It's unbelievable. It's a great feeling. But when you see the kids you coach turn around and start coaching at other places, and then they start having that success, it's a completely different feeling. So that's some cool stuff. So
definitely.
Well, coaches, thank you all so much. Good luck on the field tonight. We'll get some more footage and continue to put this content out.
Keep doing it,
and hey, I'll be honest with you. I'm just trying to get a media pass to the state championship. No pressure, Coach Lawson. No pressure to the kids. But
you'll be able to get a media pass.
We're just trying to capture it. Because I'm telling you, I already told the guy that made these sweatshirts, I said, listen, he was like, Batesburg's doing well this year. I said, get them hot on the press. 2024 state championship T-shirts. We'll have 3 or 4 boxes of them waiting in the parking lot.
I'm not a superstitious guy. We ain't done back-to-back in over 100 years, and it's about that time.
Yes, sir.
So I take that, Coach.
It's time. So we'll have T-shirts. We'll have T-shirts ready.
For sure.
And so, Doing It With Purpose podcast, here with Coach Gambrell, here with Coach Lawson. Wish them the best of luck in the rest of this 2024 season. And in the years to come, this program is growing. There's nothing like it. It's phenomenal. You just have to be here. If you're not here, hey, get here. Find a way.
You're missing out.
So I think they have a few playoff games here. So, hey, get here and see it. You want to witness it. Thank you all, Coach.
Appreciate you.
Thank
y'all so much.
Thank you very much.
And God bless you all.
Yes, sir.
All right. Doing It With Purpose podcast, and we're back.
Yes, sir.
But we got a legend. We just finished talking to Coach Lawson and Coach Gambrell.
For sure.
And don't get me wrong, man. We done had a couple people go off and do great things. The great Ed McDaniel, of course, Minnesota Vikings. But, hey, close to my class. You know, Ed was before my time, but
That
close
was my
to my
time.
class.
Yeah.
That's your
Your
time.
time.
That's my time. Yeah, man. Hey,
But
man.
close to my time, man, we got Mr. Maurice Simpkins, man,
Yes,
in the
sir.
building. I think his quote is from NFL to ERP.
Hey, you been doing your research.
Oh, man, I do my research.
Oh, yeah, we got to.
Oh, yeah. But,
that's big.
hey,
Yeah.
man, welcome.
So welcome to the podcast. We've been trying to get you on for a minute, man.
And,
whatever.
and
But,
this
hey, he's
isn't the
busy.
formal podcast
Oh yeah,
for
this,
you.
oh no,
This
I'm
is,
letting y'all
you
know, I was just about to say that. I was gonna start by saying, listen, this is a cameo. I want to come in and really do this, like sit down with my folk, and really sit down and delve into the things y'all been doing, because I've been following it since the very beginning.
Yes, sir.
man.
Yes, sir.
I love the
that.
premise, the concept.
Yeah.
I love what you highlight, and I definitely love, what I'm saying, the passion that I can feel and see inside of, the art that you guys are creating.
Hey,
Yes,
man.
sir.
That is what I really love about
Appreciate it.
And it's
Appreciate
coming
it,
from the
bro.
Berg. So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
always-
Appreciate it. Yes, sir.
Always
Yes,
a great
sir.
thing, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I'm glad to finally be able to make a cameo, but again,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're going to sit down.
We got to. And like I told Greg, man, we'll do it even better. We'll hit the road. We'll come to you, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, listen.
We'll come to you.
It's what it is. It don't really matter. I've been trying to get home, and, man, Greg, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Literally, since the time that we talked, my software business took off. I was not expecting it. It was like
God's plan.
Literally God's plan.
God's
It was
plan.
some things that I was I'm gonna fix this thing, and then next thing I know it was like boom. And so I've been trying to get a lot of that, under wraps, and after about the next 2 weeks, I'll be free to move around a little
that's
bit
what's
more.
up, man. Because I know the last time I talked to you, man, I think you was in New York somewhere, man. Hey, just doing your thing, man. Whatever.
I literally was. And man, just to show it, this is for Batesburg.
Yeah.
Next week, I'm going to for those of you who may not know, I do higher education software. So I do software building and sell my software platform to higher education.
Yeah.
So next week, Sunday, I'm leaving to go to San Antonio. We have a massive conference. It's like the Super Bowl
The medical world.
of IT conferences.
Yeah.
So we get to go in there and do that. And then this is a sneak peek. Don't nobody know this. I'm saying this for the first time right here.
Exclusive. Doing
it
the
with a
Purpose
purpose.
podcast.
This is Maurice Simpkins exclusive. And nobody know this. This is literally my mama don't.
Hey, we ain't gonna tell nobody. Ain't nobody gonna know.
I need everybody to know this now. And this is literally this. I'm saying this.
Oh, he done took the shades off.
It get
He's
emotional
serious.
for me because I'm here at the pit.
Yeah.
I know it all started with sports,
Man.
but I was a smart kid here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was one of them geeks who walked around and wasn't shy about it.
Yeah.
And on Friday, this coming Friday, I'm actually going to be in New York at NBC Studios.
Oh, my
as I'm
goodness.
being interviewed by NBC Universal about my software that I built that's stopping fraud in higher education.
Oh, my goodness.
And
That's
so
what's up, bro. That's what's up.
That's going to be like one of those massive full circle moments, man.
Yeah, so we just don't have like a athletic jock, just say athletic person. Hey, man, homeboy, we got a real live, pretty much a professional.
Man,
educated.
I look at myself as a young
Role
entrepreneur, entrepreneur from Batesburg-Leesville. Role model, man.
Yes.
I take that lightly because I live it regardless.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a lot of who I am, but at the same time, I remember for like Greg, you feel me, being role models for me. I remember seeing a lot of the guys I seen out here, Dana,
exactly,
Henry
man.
Whitfall Jr., like folks that really paved the way for me to be able to be like I ain't gonna lie to you. Junior Whitfall went to play football at Hampton University, stayed on Wells Street.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Somebody from my block played college football? Oh, I'm going to play college football. Somebody I know his mama and daddy. So I wanted to kind of be that inspiration. You know what I'm saying? I got to see Junior all the time because he was in my neighborhood.
Yeah,
He'd come home.
Right next door.
Exactly.
Yeah,
literally.
right next door.
I get to interact with that. In my mind was greatness coming from Batesburg-Leesville.
Yeah, exactly.
And so for me, being displaced, being in Atlanta, outside that area, I wanted to be able to come home. Can't get as often, but as often as I can, and be able to make a present so that I can show the kids here in Batesburg that, hey, what you want to attain is attainable, man.
Exactly, and that was my thing with the role model. That's why I say a role model, because you came here, played football, you went off to school or whatever, you went off and played it in the NFL, and then you came back to the community and you was showing everybody, you just don't have to play football to go to school. You can do the STEM program.
Yeah.
Hey, you can do this. You can let your schoolwork speak for you.
Gee.
Yeah.
Because you ain't going to have nobody else tell you that they got to the NFL because of their schoolwork.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Story. Cornelius. This is exclusive. My opportunity to get to the NFL started when I graduated. I wanted to play arena football in Illinois.
Yeah.
But I had a job in Myrtle Beach. And my boss, God rest his soul, I went to when I was like, listen, I was a young kid, Greg. I was like, I want to play football. I'm going to quit my job.
Yeah.
And I'm making all right money for the first job out of college.
Yeah.
And she was like, no, you're not. And I was like, no, I got to quit because I want to move to Illinois. I want to chase my dream of playing ball. And she walked into me a week later. She handed me an IBM laptop and said, anywhere you go, they got internet, you can work.
God's plan.
And from that moment
God's
forward,
plan,
it changed my perception of what I had to do for work.
Yeah.
And so I'm 41 today. I think I've worked not remotely maybe a year in my whole life.
Man.
Wow. So
hey, we got to save some of this for the podcast, man. He dropping his exclusive. He got to save some of this for the podcast.
What I wanted to do before we even got this far was on behalf of the Batesburg-Leesville community, thank you for the sacrifice.
Yes.
And so we're not talking to someone right now who, he ain't said how many sacks he got. He ain't said how many interceptions. He ain't said how many anything.
He was a dog. He was a dog out there.
Only thing he has talked about is how he can make himself better and what he can, how he can help other people. And that's what he did.
Yeah.
Hurricane, is it Helene?
Helene
It came and tore Batesburg up, man.
Yeah.
The last major storm we had like that was probably Hugo back in the 80s.
Hugo wasn't that bad.
So, with that being said, you just said you was in New York one day. You drove a U-Haul down here by yourself.
Yeah.
Full of supplies for your people.
Yeah.
For your community.
Man.
Hey, brother.
Bro, listen, bro.
Thank you.
We Batesburg-Leesville. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
and every I'm not here today.
Mom.
I'm not here today. Matter of fact, bring Mama here.
Yeah.
It was my mama who called me.
Come on.
Yeah.
My mama called me that
here.
morning and said, I'm going to South Carolina.
Hey, this is Maurice Simpkins' mom, y'all.
Things in Batesburg not too well. Mama, she called me and said things in Batesburg ain't looking good. And my mama was like, it's a Sunday. Y'all know Sister Frida ain't missing church on no Sunday. So when my mama said, I'm going to Batesburg on a Sunday, it threw me mentally like, what's really going on? When she started talking to me, and I mean, man, listen, I'm from the dirt. I played football at Broady Rowe. I couldn't see my community in that state if I had the ability to do anything about it. You know what I mean?
Geeked up, shouted. Hold up.
I was literally just telling the mayor, Lamont, I told him, I was like, he was like, man, he came up to me to thank me, and I said, bro, I can guarantee you that what you spent in those kids at Broady Rowe was way more than what it took me to be able to do.
You can't leave,
for
Mom.
coming home.
We got to get you to say
just
something.
about the community, man. We home, and that was really what it was about. I couldn't let that happen in Batesburg and we not show a presence.
Oh yeah,
So,
and that's the thing. That's what I wanted to make sure that people heard and knew. Like, this coming together. But here's the thing, Maurice, and this has been my struggle, right, for our community. We can't let things like the hurricane and this tailgating stop us from coming together more often. This can't just be something that we do once a year or once every however many years, or we can't wait for the next natural disaster. The community came together and helped out a lot of people during that time frame. And with that being said, it's the simple fact of, like you said, you stopped your busy schedule and drove all the way from Atlanta to make sure that your community was good.
Man,
I
cried, bro, because when I was thinking about it, I thought about it from the sense of, I'm from this community, you feel me? And I did not know just how bad it was. It was like being for real.
A lot of people didn't, man.
Until I talked to my mom, and my mom got me connected with a few folks, I didn't know really how bad. I didn't know there were folks cut off from town. Couldn't even get uptown. I didn't know that.
8, 9, 10 days without lights, man.
When I found out, I was like, Mom, we gotta do something. So I talked to my wife, and she was like, let's do something. I was like, cool. We still had a lot of our accounts and stuff from our nonprofit. I mean, my wife, like literally within 10 minutes, she was on the phone with Sam's Club. I went to go get a truck. I went to Home Depot. I told him the story. The dude was like, hey, bro, keys. I was like, that's a blessing.
Man, God's plan.
That's a blessing.
I don't want to interrupt anything, but I think
it's Geeked Up Shouty, y'all. He made the podcast.
But I'm so proud of Maurice for the simple fact is, he been a little too humble.
Always. That's him.
He just been a little bit too humble.
That's him, man.
I seen him out there.
Yeah, that's him. Dog.
If you can see over there,
straight dog.
I seen him over there.
Straight dog.
No. I seen him when I was in the senior.
Yeah.
State championship 1999. I seen him.
He come back
and
all the
me and him
time.
on the kickoff team.
Yeah.
And we run together.
Doggone right, them 2
And
L's.
me and him right beside each other. I got to run behind him. He said, Joe Rowe, you got to slow down.
He never lied.
But one thing about him, we were going to the block over there in Leesville.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all know about it.
Oh, yeah, we know about the block.
Leesville.
We know about the block.
Air block.
Yeah.
Air block, Charlotte.
Yeah.
He. I'm the mayor of Air Block. He you know what I'm saying?
So he the president?
Yeah,
he the president?
Nah, man, that's the mayor right there.
Yeah.
But see, Maurice used to be like, man, I just gotta go do a couple more reps.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Couple more reps.
Hard work, man.
When everybody talking about how did Maurice still can make it, I said, man, he worked harder than everybody else.
That's hey, same thing with Mac though, cause we used to be back in the day, I'm a deacon now, whatever. But back then, we was going out party, hanging out and stuff, whatever. Mac like, hey man, I got to go run.
Yeah.
It's the middle of the summer. It's like 900 degrees here. Hey, I got to go run. Man, Mac ain't nobody doing up, man. Ain't nobody doing all that, man.
That was Maurice Simpkins. So when I seen him the other day,
You need the keys.
Yeah.
So when I seen him the other day, I was like, man.
So not to stop you, but geeked up shouted. You look like you ready to play tonight, man.
That's what I said.
Yeah, you look like you ready to play tonight. You ready?
Man,
Hey man.
Put me in, coach.
I'm just here for the community, man.
Put me in, coach.
I want to be like Coach Larry.
And so I do want to say this because see, when I left and went to the military, when I came back, you had some legendary coaches. I played under Coach a little bit and Coach Larry, and those type of individuals. But you came on the scene. And you and Chestnut and OJ and all these people, some of these very same kids that are out here.
They kids.
Last kids I ever coached.
Hey, these are role models right here, man. These are role models.
Shout out to the twins.
Twin production, baby.
This your
Twin
last
production.
class?
This is my last class. This is my last. But see, I'm married to twins. I'm married to twins for the simple fact they had a Liberty Black podcast. They say who the top 5 coaches in Little League football. They had me in top 5. I said that's unbelievable.
OJ.
Who they gave it to? OJ, Russell, Cole Larry. Who else?
We had Joe Rowe in there.
No, he didn't. I watched the podcast like 5,000 times. But guess what though?
Yeah.
You got them views off them though.
Oh yeah.
But guess what though? It ain't got nothing to do with me. It ain't nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
It has absolutely nothing to do with me. I'm a person my comments by saying that. But I was 132 and 3.
Not 100.
Did you hear that?
Not you keeping receipts.
Listen,
not you keeping receipts, geeked up, shouted.
I've been telling people that forever. In Batesburg-Leesville, we don't lose football games in Little League. If we lose a football game in Little League, it is very rare.
Something going on.
I played 4 years of Little League football. I lost 1 game. Like, we don't lose down here. Pine View, bro. They had Big Dominique. I remember that kid.
What's the coach from Pine View? What's the coach from Pine View? The dude.
Coach Charlie.
Coach Charlie, yeah. Coach Charlie.
Coach Larry used to say, Coach Charlie would get you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I coached down there, I don't really know the number of years. Probably, I'm going to say 8-9 years. And I probably lost 2.
For a minute too,
I probably lost 2 games down there, man. I probably lost 2 games.
So as you look now, you got these same kids that you coach. A lot of them are juniors, some are seniors, and these kids are playing good ball this year.
Oh, yeah.
And so while we get to that, we got the region that they're in. Right, they start out the season, they beat Abbeville.
That's
That's big. I ain't gonna say that's unheard of, but
we haven't beat them in
that's a rivalry.
6-7 years.
I've been saying it's big because we haven't beat them in a while.
So you beat Abbeville, and now you're in this region. You got Pillion. Their program is still trying to develop and build.
But they
you have ALA. This is their first year playing, that's our homecoming opponent tonight. But this is their first varsity type season. You got 96. They were physical last week, but the dominance of the
always
Panthers,
been a physical team.
And then you got the 2 honchos that we really gotta level them down. You got Strong Thurman and you got Saluda, which both programs, when Batesburg was trying to climb out of their hole, they were building up, and they tried to dominate their regions. But in our days, we didn't lose to them.
Nah.
Guess what though? They're my kids. Them my kids. Somebody asked me 5 years ago, when is Batesburg gonna be back? I said, when Tanner Watkins gonna be a senior.
Oh yeah,
we back.
And we back.
I said, we are
and
back.
We back.
And now guess what we are? We are back and we are here right now.
Oh, yeah.
Doing it.
I'm gonna give a shout out.
Doing it with purpose and a passion.
Doing it with passion.
I've been working with Maddox in the shop in the last 5 or 6 years. And 3 years ago, Maddox told me, hey, when Nation, his little cousin, is a junior, them guys, they're gonna go far.
Yeah, Coach Harris told me when they was at middle school. He told me, hey, Greg, hey, man, just hang in there. Coach Harris, Pee-wee, my cousin, he said, hey, just hang in there. Because, hey, when these cats, because he was coaching middle school ball then, he said, when these cats right here get to high school, hey, we're going to be all right, man.
Oh, yeah.
Greg, I could have went anywhere in the country and played.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I could have went anywhere in the country and played.
But like us, man, because,
these kids almost still can, bro. I've been watching them on. I've been watching
I'm talking
film
Little League
from
football.
I'm serious. I'm talking about even at every varsity, watching these kids on film.
We back.
But hey, when we had Rod, hey, and all them. Hey, whatever, man. We had your little brother. We had Rod, them man, whatever. Man, them boys with some dogs. We used to travel everywhere.
Elliot, Jeff Coaten, that class was nasty.
So this is something Greg and I said we was gonna do because we want to replicate college game day. This is like high school game day. So within the region tonight, we got Saluters traveling to 96.
Yeah.
Who you taking, Greg?
Hey, I'm gonna take the Sal, man. I saw 96. I'm gonna take the Sal with that.
You coached Drew, didn't you?
You gotta go Sal.
Their quarterback. Drew. You coached.
I haven't watched 96 outside of the game we played against them, but I've been watching Saluda.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Saluda.
Yeah.
I feel like Saluda got, like you said, I think it's going to be us and Saluda this year.
Yeah.
They have some Batesburg-derived individuals.
Yeah. They got talent from the crib.
Lee Daniels' grandson, Zoom, Tristan Daniels.
Yeah, Tristan.
Sophomore.
Tristan's son out there?
Yeah,
man.
Zoom's son is out there. He's a true sophomore, and he's running the ball like he's ready. His mom, I cut his hair, and his mom wanted to make sure. Last year, she was like, I'm going to leave him on JV. And when she ended up letting him play varsity, and he started that linebacker.
You got the band coming through.
Now he's running the ball pretty good.
So who you got?
So I'm choosing Saluda.
Okay, then.
I'm going to go with the Sound.
I think that defense, JT Lott, the senior, hey, man of all men, he's a beast. I choose Saluda.
That kid
You said you're going Sal.
Sal you.
So the other game is Stone Thurman and P.
Hey, homeboy.
I'm going Thurman.
I pray Thurman win. So when we make this makeup game,
Thurman ain't want no part of this.
You gotta beat the man.
It means something.
Exactly.
It means something.
You taking?
I'm gonna take Thurman too.
You taking Thurman?
P is just Thurman.
I'm praying Thurman win.
I'm taking Thurman for that.
So tonight, it's homecoming.
Hey, we got the band coming
Y'all hear
through,
the
man.
band coming through?
Hey, no. Give a shot to he was one of the best drummers ever.
I'm gonna see
You might need to get him on the drums, man.
This boy made me want to quit football and go to the catch line, bro. Over there, eat that thing up.
Let me get on there tonight one time. I'm gonna sit there. Let me get on there one time.
Don't discount yourself. So when you scored all them touchdowns,
strike out the band. Hey, Joe Rowe used to go over there. Strike out the band.
Here's the thing. This is no lie. We were down there, and I think it was Barnwell, and Barnwell played the horse. That was their fight song. Sherman Scott pointed to me and Rashad Wise and said, hey, play my song. And we played the horse. Every time they gave the man the ball, he scored a touchdown.
Hey.
Gilbert, 327 yards. When Sherman Scott come to the sideline, he take his helmet off, he point to us. Rashad said, Mr. Riker, Benji Riker, hey, let's play the horse. When we play the horse, hey, that's...
Hey, you know he said the truth.
Yeah.
Benji Riker was a doggone music coach forever. He's still at school.
No, he graduated. He's not graduated. He retired from Gilbert Elementary School, middle school as a principal.
Word. Mr. Riker as a
shout out to
Evolution.
Riker.
Evolution.
So the last game in the region tonight, we have Batesburg versus ALA. Like I said, brand new program. Shout outs to Coach Bacon. I met him. My son actually goes to ALA. I'm not going to deny it. For family purposes and maturity purposes for my son, I had to put him in a situation where there was some discipline. And so that we chose to put him there, but he's still a Panther at heart. Panther at heart, but I just don't think that team is ready for the 2A level football that has been brewing in these areas. And I think they're going to need some time to grow and build on it. So,
bro, my kids are about to take a day off tonight. So my kid, just my children.
Gee, who you got, man?
B&L by 75.
You going B&L?
75.
I'm going to say, I heard somewhere that this team been giving up on average of like 48, 50 points. It's homecoming.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I'm going to tell you something.
These folks from back in the day out here?
I walked in, Coach Gambrell allowed me to walk into the locker room a little early and speak to the players. And I was in there and I was talking to them, man. I got chills, man, because I'm looking at their faces. And they looking at me
they
like they locked in,
they
bro. I told them one story. I'm going to share this with the podcast. I gave them one story. Joe Rowe know this because we used to go down on special team. when Hayward Ball Night would walk you out that locker room there.
Yeah.
He walk up to this top right here, and other team would be down on the field. And we would want to look at them.
Don't
he would
you
look at us. Don't you look at them suckers.
Make them suckers
look at you.
Yes.
Hey, Joe Rowe, I told him that tonight. I said, when y'all come out of here tonight and y'all walk down, I want to hear the click, click, click.
Yeah.
We was the first group of Batesburg-Leesville Panthers to get metal spikes. When we got them first metal spikes, my 10th grade year, I walked behind Michael Humphrey. Michael Humphrey walking out to the field, I heard a click, click, click. I was like, oh, I gotta get me. I had on rubber spikes at the time. Like, oh, nah,
you gonna get you some.
I gotta go get me some metal spikes, bro.
Maurice.
Just off that.
Maurice, I got a story. I used to tell me in Little League. They 8, 9 years old, I used to tell them. I said, your daddy wore that helmet. Your uncle wore that helmet. Your cousin wore that helmet.
Joe Rowe.
I wore that helmet. If I got this
Simp, you ready to play?
That doggone helmet don't mean nothing to you.
Simp, you ready to play right
Bro,
now?
listen, man.
So,
you don't understand, bro. When you get into the purple
So what I'm about to do for you, right? If we turn that around.
Oh yeah.
You say you take a beer in there. You say you take a beer in there by 75.
By at least 50.
You take a beer in there by at least 50.
Oh, hold on. That's what we doing, Joe Rowe. Let me see that. Joe Rowe, that's what we doing.
Hey, we doing
Big Batesburg.
So who you taking? Who you taking? Look at it.
Big Batesburg, Joe Rowe.
Oh! We got the Big Batesburg. Yeah.
Let's go. That's how we see it, Big Batesburg. Let's go.
Doing it with passion. Yes, sir.
Homecoming 24.
If you ain't doing it with passion and purpose, don't do it at all.
You're not doing it at all.
Hey, I gotta say one thing before I go, man.
Yeah.
This is the very first podcast anybody ever invited me on, and it means the world to me.
Yes,
doing
sir.
it for purpose. Hey, I'll support y'all. If y'all don't subscribe, it take 2 seconds to subscribe.
Yeah.
Hey,
Join us.
We got 70,000 people in Batesburg-Leesville.
All
you gotta do just subscribe, man.
That's it.
Cause they doing it with purpose. They doing it with purpose. They
doing it with passion.
Man, I'm telling you, doing it with purpose.
And we ain't going nowhere, man.
We're not going nowhere. We here.
And I'm about to highlight something that's a little different than what most folk gonna highlight on this side of thing. Hey, young man, come here, boss man.
Yeah.
CJ.
Yeah.
That's your name, CJ.
CJ.
Yeah.
CJ, come here. Because
He just want camera time.
For me, this really what it's about, folks.
Yeah.
So this young man right here is behind the scenes. Y'all don't see him, but
Our executive producer.
He running the podcast as executive producer right here. How old are you, boss? He's 15 years old, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think y'all just heard that.
And he can't.
He's 15 years old. He's behind the scenes running this entire podcast.
Yeah.
We sitting here talking the video angles that you see, the sound quality, the changes in the sounds. That's this young man right here. These are the type of talents that we are building and cultivating inside this city lines of Batesburg-Leesville, South Carolina. So when we ask for your support, when we ask for you to show up for the community, when we ask for you to show up for the kids, these are what we ask you to show up for. Because the next generation is showing us exactly what they're capable of. We got to show them that we support them.
Yes, sir.
I love to see this, man.
Yes,
I love to see you.
And I'm going to say this on camera. He'll tell you. I've been telling him, you and Colonel Robinson, because, hey, I'm going to tell you this right now. Don't overly get excited now. He said, Dad, I want to be a Q. I said, wait, I know who you need to talk to.
Man, no, man.
You are
no, man.
Hey, look, my wife's taking the second out of state homecoming. I had to tell her, man, you can't do that, man. Hey, you can't do that.
The Qs are smart. We ain't worried about all of that other stuff. You
Oh, yeah.
About us, right? And Omega men are always known to be the smartest, hardest working men on any college campus you go to, all right? Remember that. I love that. I love that right there.
Hey,
we definitely can connect on that
if
side.
they play Pass the Peace out the time, you can't do that, bro. You ain't
chill out. You gotta chill out. You might get a 15-yarder and something. They got a 15-yarder last week.
But NC State,
But to add to what Maurice saying, what my big guy.
Yeah,
to add what Maurice saying, doing it with purpose. Podcast, the two hosts are great dads.
Yes.
Yes.
They just
I need
dance.
some work.
They just dance.
Yes.
They just dance.
That's all we know how to be.
And so if anybody in this community can be half of the dads that the four people on this whole thing.
Yes.
That what means everything.
Oh, yeah.
That's big time, Bell.
Yeah.
Hey.
And that's the
Give
base
your
of
dad some
Batesburg
shout out
League,
sometime.
Oh, no. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I have to give them shout outs, man, because I give them a hard time,
we got
man.
the CEO.
But it's because
The CEO just walked up,
I want so much more fun, man.
That's the base of what we are, though. We are nothing but the lifeblood of those who come before us.
That's
We're
it.
here to see the lifeblood of the next generation.
That's
we would
it.
love to see it build up through the world of Batesburg-Leesville, but hey, I left the city and came back because I'm still from Batesburg.
Oh, yeah.
So I might have a non-profit that that operate in Atlanta, but they paying. And so I can come to Batesburg, offer it for free. Because home always gonna be where I take care of first. If you ever know anything about me, my last name, my hometown, I'ma always hold high.
Yeah,
that's how
he
I
go
look
hard
at it
for it.
Anybody from a small
And there go
town,
you guys
think
headed
about that.
downtown. Headed downtown, right?
Hey,
So,
everybody
doing
start.
the Purpose Podcast.
Look at my kid.
Doing the
Hey,
Purpose
my kid.
Podcast. We're gonna pick
Look
up
at my
this
kid.
down here on the
Let me go get my
field,
kid.
and
Let
we'll
me go
talk
get
to
my
you
kid.
all a little bit later.
Let me go get my kid.
Thank y'all for coming out so far. God bless. And we'll see y'all on the rest of this episode. We're doing it with purpose. Coming to you live from the pit. Hey, these people still out here feeding good food. They still eating. Hey, we having a joyous time, man. Shout out to all those who came out and supported us today.
Yes, sir.
We're going to get y'all the footage we always promise y'all. We'll talk to y'all later. Peace.
Peace.